Disney have finally released the first trailer for their next animated feature, Wish, due out this year for the studio's 100th anniversary. Here are my thoughts. It's the long-awaited first look at Disney's latest animated feature, Wish, which has been promised as Disney Animation's grand return to traditional animation. However, it's not exactly. Though there's not a whole lot to break down here, I will go over all of my thoughts and expectations for the film. To celebrate their 100th anniversary, Disney have produced their first feature using hybrid animation, a mix between computer animation and traditional hand-drawn animation. This, of course, is a style that the company revolutionized back in the early 2010s with short films Paperman and Feast. However, Sony Pictures beat the studio to the punch by crafting the first feature film to use the style, 2018's spectacular Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Since, DreamWorks has made great use of the style as well in The Bad Guys and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, both from 2022. It's somewhat baffling why Disney have put off using this style in a theatrical feature for over a decade, though in recent years the studio has proven itself somewhat scared of change and even more petrified of the traditional medium. So the advent of this kind of is a miracle, to be fair. Disney has described Wish to have been produced in a watercolor style, and just by looking at the trailer we can certainly see this. Background art is almost completely flat, covered with brush strokes just like a painting, and CG elements have been rendered as if they were hand-drawn artworks. Every element in the frame in fact has beautiful line work and looks just like a traditionally animated feature. One character, in fact, Star, I'm fairly certain is entirely animated using traditional methods, but we don't have confirmation on this just yet. Interestingly, this art is actually best appreciated without motion. Here's a few 2K screen grabs that Disney sent over to me, and without motion, you'd swear you were looking at frames from a fully hand-drawn animated film. In motion, there is an added sense of depth and dimensionality to the characters in particular, and it most certainly looks like a computer animated movie. The release of the trailer has, surprise surprise, sparked a lot of backlash from people calling it such buzz phrases as frozen with a filter and cheap TV animation. And maybe viewing on a phone from a highly compressed video on YouTube, the animation just isn't done complete justice. I admit there is something strikingly odd about watching it though, but that's just because our brains are quite simply not used to seeing something like this, and watched in a compressed, small format form, it just makes the phenomenon even worse. Watching this on a larger screen in a higher quality truly shows off the beauty of the animation at work here. Textures are great, line work is beautiful, and colours are absolutely stunning. I cannot even imagine what it's going to be like experiencing this in a theatre. The trailer not only introduces us to our characters, Asha, Valentino, Star, and King Magnifico, and the world of Rosas, but gives us a small glimpse at how the movie will sound, debuting a song by the film's songwriter Julia Michaels, stunningly performed by leading star Ariana DeBose. Everything about this truly screams classic Disney to me, and I honestly can't imagine a better celebration of the studio's 100 years. There's great art, a mix of old and new, something for each generation of fans to love, there's wonderful looking characters, and there is some fantastic music. Frozen with a filter or not, Wish certainly looks to have the potential to go the same distance, and I'm truly hoping this movie does big numbers so we can actually get more experimental features like this from Disney going forward. If the mouse shifted towards this style, I would be very happy. At the very least, it will be an acceptable compromise from a studio who seemingly doesn't want to fully turn back to the traditional medium anytime soon. Wish hits US theaters on November 22nd, 2023. And at that, I want to know your thoughts on Disney's Wish trailer. Do you love it or do you not so much? As always, join the conversation down in the comments below.